dusty plains were silent, and under a shifting sky, we stood together, brothers, prepared to fight or die. The shadows of the darkness were fading in our sight, but a new storm was gathering in the middle of the night. A pin moved in a distant room, a world away from here, to leave the flank wide open, to let in ghosts and fear. But one man held the banner high when honor was at stake, and 1,000 hearts behind him felt the heavy ground quake. Oh, Mattis, you stood steady when the wind began to roar. You and all your soldiers who knew what we were for, traded in the power to even up the score. For the fighters in the mountains, for the Kurds who bled and stayed, you proved that true alliances are never just a trade. We remember the man who led the way, and every soul stood with him to keep the wolves at bay. It wasn't just an office, it wasn't just a name. From the generals to the privates, they felt the sting of shame. They looked us in the eye across the desert sand, and promised that a brother's life is not a grain of sand. The chorus of the brave rose up, a silent, steady wall, refusing to let justice fade or see the faithful fall. We thank the silent warriors who didn't turn their back, who kept the promise living through every cold attack. It's more than just a uniform, it's a bond that's written deep in the blood of shared battles and the promises we keep. We remember the man who led the way, and every soul who stood with him to keep the wolves at bay. The fires are still burning, the watch is never through, but we walk with heads held higher because of men like you, and the legion of the faithful who shared the bitter view. We won't forget the sacrifice, the choice you had to make, a legacy of honor that time can never break. To the general and his men, remember you as long as we're